In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 ways in which you can turn repeat customers into subscribers. Business owners that follow the advice I'm going to share with you today and increase the proportion of recurring revenue in their income, increase the value of their company. For the best advice on how to unlock a better life for yourself and the people around you, then please subscribe to my channel and receive a notification of a new video every week. There are 8 key drivers of value in a company. And one of those concerns long-term income. And when any discussion of long-term income, it's important to distinguish between what we term reoccurring income and recurring income. So reoccurring income comes from customers that buy from you regularly, but without any contractual tie-in. It could be something like toothpaste, for example, dishwasher tablets. They'll come back to you, they'll keep coming back to you, but it's sporadic. You don't really know when it's going to happen, and you've got no way of knowing how often they're going to come back, when they might stop, and how much they're going to buy. So in contrast, what's recurring income? Recurring income is predictable. You actually have got a contractual relationship there of some form. Might be a subscription, might be another form of contract, but you know when a customer's going to come back, when they're going to buy. And because there's a rhythm to it, everything becomes that much more predictable. And it's also important because from the customer's point of view, it's easier, and consequently you're more likely to persevere with it as well. As I said, there's normally a subscription or a contract associated with recurring income, but that's not always the case. And in fact, there's a wide variety of different types of recurring income. We'll go into those in a separate video another day. So how do you turn customers providing you with recurring income into subscribers and a steady stream of recurring income? To answer that question, let's talk about good printers. Most of us have got computer printers at home. My old one was a Canon, and typically whenever the notification pops up in the display, I'd be off down to Staples to buy another set of inks. And that would normally be accompanied by a sharp intake of breath. And perhaps not surprisingly, given the price, it wasn't too long before I abandoned Canon ink and started using third-party supplier ink. And that was the same for all of the printer manufacturers. In HP's case, to combat this, they introduced something called HP Instant Ink. And for those of you that don't know, this is a service where a customer decides roughly how many pages a month they're likely to print, and they pay a subscription based on that figure, and in return they're sent the ink that they need for a monthly fee. The customer is happy because they never run out of ink halfway through a print run, and because it's convenient. HP's happy because that convenience to some extent drives printer sales, the service drives printer sales, and more importantly from their point of view, it stops people abandoning their ink and transferring to cheaper third-party ink. And yes, before you ask, I did succumb to the advertising and have subscribed to HP, having bought an HP printer. Does it work? Yeah, it's great. It certainly saves me a lot of hassle. So what can we learn from this? Let's consider 3 things. Firstly, think about offering a volume plan, or better still, plans for your product or service. In HP's case, they offer a range of plans that cover everything from 15 pages a month at, I think it's 99 pence, up to 700 pages at 29, 22, 23 pounds a month. So secondly, provide some flexibility in those plans. In HP's case, they allow, as I said, a proportion of your pages each month to be carried over to the following month. And that means the customer doesn't have to worry about fluctuations in their usage. The month, for example, when they go on holiday for a couple of weeks, or the time when they've got a big event on and have a very large print run. It doesn't become an issue. In those instances where they exceed the monthly allowance, they can buy in extra. It's not a problem. So you've got flexibility both ways, both up and down. Thirdly, don't let them run out. Make sure you've got a way of knowing how much of your product or service they've got left, the rate at which they're using it, so that you can provide new supplies in good time. Repeat customers are the lifeblood of any business. So why not take a leaf out of HP's book and turn your reoccurring customers into recurring customers? Businesses that do that end up being far more valuable as a consequence. To find out more about recurring income and the other key drivers of value in a business, then join me on 10th of September for the Freedom Seminar. There's no charge, and you can find a link to register in the comments box below.